Hello everyone, welcome back to Apex Coaster, and this is a floorless coaster. I don't know why it's a floorless coaster, just don't make fun of me. Anyway, today we are going to be talking about a full introduction to the floorless roller coaster, usually manufactured by B&M. I think Intamin has like a play on this or something, but the first one made was Medusa at Six Flags Great Adventure, which I have actually rode, and it is pretty smooth. It has got a couple track refurbishments, I think, so I think this ride is pretty nice. Of course, there are a ton of these models out there in the world. This is actually, I think, at not Six Flags, maybe Parque Warner Madrid. I think it's their Superman model there. I'm not sure, but I know this is Medusa at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, one of the first ones actually. So the forest coasters, it's called a forest coaster because you can see here there is a floor, and the riders are sitting where there is no floor under the feet because the metal floors that you see there retract under the station for the cart to pull out, and there are nothing between the rider's feet and the track. That's why it is called a forest coaster. It's basically an inverted coaster just stuck on top of a forest coaster track, which is pretty cool, I have to say, because there's not much like it. Actually, this is a remake of Medusa. It was renamed Bizarro, but now it's back to Medusa because Bizarro is the dumbest name I've ever heard. But there are a couple of different variations of these roller coasters. There is a standard model, which is like Medusa. I think there are a couple of those in the world. Then there's ones like Kraken and Dominator. And then there's ones like this. I know this is Superman at Parque Warner Madrid because it's in a complete desert. That's where Parque Warner Madrid is. But actually, this is also Dominator at King's Dominion. No, this is Rougarou at Cedar Point. Rougarou is actually a stand-up coaster that converted into a floorless coaster because stand-up coasters are really bad. To be honest, I've never been on one, but they seem really bad. Like the new Surfrider model, I think Cedar Point should convert Rougarou back into a Surfrider model because that would just make it a very, very good ride. I think it would be a new addition to Cedar Point. I think it'd be really good along with the nice coaster lineup they have. As you can see, this is Kraken at SeaWorld Orlando. Now, forest coasters are actually known for having around 5 to 7 inversions. They also have a lot of positive G-forces. This is the one at Six Flags Fiesta Texas, I believe, because it's right next to that quarry wall, which is pretty cool. I think it's at Texas. It's in Texas, Superman Krypton coaster. But there are a lot of variations of this ride. I think there's a couple, one being Patriot at Worlds of Fun. I believe it's at Worlds of Fun, and it is this forest coaster only has 1 inversion or 2 inversions. It's not that much, but so the forest coaster really has just this regular layout. Of course, it has the classic B&M over-the-shoulder fans that are on their sit-down roller coasters. This is Medusa at Discovery Kingdom. Medusa is actually one of the best floorless coasters in my opinion because it's just it's one of the more complete ones. I've only ridden 2 floorless coasters, Medusa and Hydra the Revenge, but those two are actually some of the best. Hydra the Revenge, I think, is one of the smallest. I know Patriot is only 80 feet tall. Scream is another Medusa model. It's basically the same exact thing, and yeah, that's pretty much everything about the floorless roller coaster besides the trains. Actually, the trains are different because they're not like a typical sit-down roller coaster where there's it's a seat and then there's walls on the side and then it's a seat in front and stuff. It's a different configuration. It's more of a single car and then a tiny little stretch in between to hold the cars together for them not to fall apart, obviously. But yeah, this is again Medusa at Discovery Kingdom. But that's pretty much everything you need to know about the floorless coasters. I mean, they range, I think the tallest one's around 150, 160 feet tall, which is pretty nice comparing to the other roller coasters by B&M, like their Giga Coaster. Actually, I'm going to be going on one of their Giga Coasters, Orion at Kings Island in 2025. I'm very excited for that because it'll be my first Giga Coaster. I have ridden one of their Hyper Coasters. I'm going to be riding another one in 2025. I've ridden Nitro already. But yeah, that's pretty much where today's video is going to wrap up, except for the fact that these rides are just completely insane. They do actually pull some decent airtime. Sometimes, as you can see here, this is one at Parque Warner Madrid, and it does have some decent floater airtime on that Camelback Hill, as you just saw. And then also at their drops, actually. It's a surprising thing, but the Medusa drop, and I know that for a fact, it is pretty forceful. And I'm not like having a biased opinion because it's like the only one I rode, but it is pretty forceful, and it does pull some nice G's going through that Cobra roll. Just keep in mind, we are trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the month, so make sure to like and subscribe if you love roller coaster content, because or else your screen will literally explode if you do not subscribe. I mean it. Please subscribe. We really need it. I really want to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the month. So that's pretty much what today's video is going to wrap up. Make sure to drop a like, comment down below what video I should do next. Definitely make sure to subscribe because I am only 10 away. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video.